Welcome everyone to the TCAA show. This is week 3. I am your Commish Bromy. I hope everybody is having a good time. It's a little after 10 o'clock. Got a little late start. Took a little bit of time getting the kid to bed. But we're here. We are live. We're ready to do this. Let's talk about week 3. All right. So let me flip over here. Let's first talk about the new rankings and the new top 10. And we have ourselves a brand new number 1 school in Town Criminals U. Moving up 3 spots. Last week they were 4th. They won last week, defeating Purdue Plague, and they now took over the number 1 spot. Falling down a spot, even though they did win, was SCLSU Mud Dogs, who are also 2-0. In third is Jefferson Community College Southwest. They moved up 2 spots. Moving up 3 spots to number 4 is Missouri Manscapers. Dropping down 3 spots after still winning. They're 2-0 still. They won, but they dropped 3 spots down to 5, and that's Samurai Jackson University. Moving up 3 spots from number 9 to number 6 is the Queensland Tech Hokies. Moving up 5 spots into the top 10 at number 7 is Vestal Tech Community College. Now moving up to number 8, and this was something I noticed when I was updating the rankings, that somehow I forgot to add a number in there for Quack Attack. So they should probably not have been ranked number 29th. I don't know if they would have been ranked in the top 10 at all last week prior to the game time frame. I do not know for sure. But with that being said, they have entered the top 10 at number 8. Quack Attack, 2-0, last week defeating who was then number 6, Bach U2 University. Big win there for Quack Attack. Number 9, moving up 1 spot, University of Dallas Spurs. And then the only school not to be undefeated in our top 10, moving up 4 spots after their win, is DBAP-U. So congratulations there. They could have even lost. I don't remember which way they went, but they're 1-1. They're the only school that's not 2-0 in our top 10. So congratulations there to DBAP University. Moving out from the top 10, those that lost and left: Bach U2 University, Grimes State U, and Ocean State College Destroyers. And they had lost. Ocean State, that is, was previously ranked number 8, losing to Jefferson Community College last week. So something that I'm going to do when I put in here who they beat, who we beat, if they were a ranked school at that time, I'm going to put that ranking in there. That way it kind of classifies how important of a win that was. If they were to beat a ranked school, doesn't mean as much as it used to, I guess. And when we used to do the bowl games differently, when we're actually looking at schedules and looking at strength of schedule and stuff like that. But at least this way, you could actually see who they beat when they were ranked, and if that school could still be ranked come time frame, to kind of just show how big those wins were when those wins happened. Now, when you look at the rest of the top or the rest of the rankings, that is, trying to get an idea of what's going on. Bushy Central College, something I noted in the Slack yesterday when I typed up the rankings and posted them, is the only 2-0 school that did not make it into the top 10. They are ranked 13th. They just have 2 wins against schools that just aren't cutting it at the moment. So the formula doesn't like them at the moment. But, hey, you know what? You're 2-0 still. So plenty of time to get into that top 10. The top school with no wins when it comes to the rankings and what the computer loves is Purdue Plague, as I mentioned. They're ranked 22nd, but they are the highest ranked 0-2 school, ahead of, that would be another, 14 schools that they're ahead of. So 15 schools, something like that, 13 schools, however you want to do the math. I can't write it at the moment because my head hurts and whatever. So that's your rankings. You can see here live on the page. I posted that up yesterday. It's been live since yesterday, and all that. So 3 weeks in, 3 different number one schools. Can Taytown be the first school to continue being a number one school back-to-back weeks, or will we get a new number one next week? It'll be up to the Taytown Criminals to keep that spot. And then kind of what I noted in there, kind of what I'll do also, let me pull up the Slack channel real quick and go to that one channel. If I can swing it back over to here, kind of like what I did in the rankings releasing when I'm like, putting cool little blurbs and stuff, putting in there about how Quack Attack was the top scoring school for week 2, had the top offensive scoring in week 2 as well, whereas Taytown Criminals had the top scoring defense in week 2. Defense-wise, when it comes to the scoring, right, we were kind of wondering what it's going to do, what it's going to look like. Unless you got TJ Watt, it's kind of evening itself out a little bit. I don't know how many schools and scores it affected. I guess we'll look here in a little bit when we look at some of these matchups. But TJ Watt scoring that 6 fumble recovery for a touchdown, I believe is what it was, and getting those 6 extra points on top of that, what that did. I mean, what the dude's doing right now, just scoring-wise, is insane. But, that's defense for you. So, I mean, even no matter what would have happened when it comes to our defensive scoring changes, it's not going to stop a man getting a 6 points for a fumble recovery touchdown. But TJ Watt is definitely just outscoring a lot of the other schools. So let's talk about our matchups coming up for this week. And like I said in the Slack channel, this is the first week where we have conference play going on. So this will, kind of a good step in the way of getting towards that conference title game, even though it is early. You always got to get, I do this now, moving at least one of the conference games up earlier in the schedule to kind of just, get stuff in before the bye start kicking in. So our teams could hopefully be at full strength, but injuries will always change that. But game of the week, as stated before, is our new number 1, Taytown Criminals University, going on the road. They're facing the 1-1 Florida State Fighting Raccoons. Key players here to look at is for the Taytown Criminals. They've got Kirk Cousins, Travis Etienne, Stephon Diggs, Mike Evans, Tyreek Hill, and Mark Andrews. And I want to say, I don't know if anybody saw this with Tyreek Hill, but his touchdown celebration he did where he stomped the yard, I think it was, kind of replicated that final dance scene. Fantastic. It's a great movie. If you haven't seen it before, it's all about stomping, HBCU. So great movie, in my opinion. Defensive wise, I don't know how I want to start looking at the defensive players, if I want to even start naming some of them, but he does have L'Jarius Sneed, and I know he has been hitting high double digits the last couple of weeks, so that could be a game changer there, as he did have the highest scoring defense last week as well. So that could be a tough task for Florida State Fighting Raccoons to deal with. And they have going right now Josh Allen, Saquon Barkley, who I believe – I'm pretty sure he's out for the game, which I think is Giants are playing tomorrow night. So it's still showing projected points. I don't know why, but I'm pretty sure he's out for the game. So Florida State's going to have to switch that out before game time tomorrow. He's got DeAndre Swift, Gabriel Davis, Calvin Ridley, and Darren Waller. Defensive-wise, nobody that's got a high projection in points, and none of those defensive players are striking me right off the bat having any high scores these past couple of weeks. So I'm not too sure there. So currently Taytown is favored by 15 points, but also it's a little bit higher because he's got Saquon Barkley in there, and I'm pretty sure he's already been ruled out for tomorrow night's game. Next matchup, when it comes to some ranked schools, we have number 9, 2-0 University of Dallas Spurs going on the road to face the 0-2 Brock State University. Brock State was a preseason favorite by many. And so the 0-2 start for them is kind of shocking, but we'll see what we've got going on here for them. For the Dallas Spurs, they've got Tua Tagovailoa starting. Austin Eckler, who I believe has also been ruled out. this week. So I'm not sure why that's giving projected points because I'm pretty sure he's been ruled out already. And I think there's no timetable either for Eckler. So Dallas is going to have to switch somebody out there. They got Josh Jacobs, Zay Flowers, who's been great so far this year as a rookie, CeeDee Lamb, and then Travis Kelce. Defensive wise, he's got TJ Watt. So could TJ go a third week in a row scoring 20-plus points, outscoring a lot of quarterbacks? Who knows? But pretty much he's doing everything he can for Pittsburgh. Not too sure. Like I said, he's the one defensive player I know who's just been balling out of control with our scoring. But once again, I don't think it'd be too drastically different. So he's just been balling out of control. For Brock State, he's got Patrick Mahomes, Bijan Robinson, Kenneth Walker III, Justin Jefferson, Terry McLaurin, and Mike Gesicki. Defensive-wise, nobody's jumping off. Doesn't mean that they haven't been doing double-digit points. Just don't know. The only person I know, like I said, right off the bat is TJ Watt because he's just been a menace. The system is showing right now Dallas is favored by about 5 to 6 points, but that is a little off-centered now with Austin Eckler being ruled out for this game. So make sure you get that switched out. Next matchup with some rankings coming out of the Big Six. We got 1-1, number 10, DBAP University going on the road to Cell Games Arena facing Orange Star University. For DBAP U, they've got Patrick Mahomes, Derrick Henry, Raheem Mostert, who's been doing a fantastic job as a running back for Miami, Mike Evans, Justin Jefferson, and TJ Hawkinson. Defensive-wise, nobody really coming off the, hit me, like I said. Well, the defensive player I know for a fact that's been going nuts has been TJ Watt. For Orange Star, you got Russell Wilson, Brian Robinson, Tyreek Hill, Tyler Lockett, Calvin Ridley, and Travis Kelce. Right now, DBAP is favored roughly 21 points in this matchup. So a lot to do there for Orange Star to try and get that first win of the season for them. Next matchup, we've got number 3, Jefferson Community College. I think so far every ranked school that I've mentioned in these matchups are all on the road, so that's pretty interesting. See if that trend continues when I keep going here. But number 3, Jefferson Community College going on the road facing the 0-2 Harrison University. For Jefferson, he's got Jalen Hurts, Christian McCaffrey, Tony Pollard, Jamar Chase, and Cincinnati's just not been able to do much so far this season, and Jamar has just not been scoring like he normally is. Maybe this would be his breakout week. Stephon Diggs, Evan Ingram, defensive-wise, TJ Watt. So, makes you kind of wonder. No wonder he's number 3, right? I wonder how much TJ Watt has helped so far a lot of these schools. For Harrison University, you got Dak Prescott, James Cook, Najee Harris, A.J. Brown, and D.K. Metcalf. He's got Pat Fryermuth as his tight end. Defensive-wise, like I said, he doesn't have Watt. So what are you going to do there? Right now, Jefferson is favored by 24 points, roughly, in this matchup. Next matchup with ranked schools. Let's see what we can find. We have nobody there. Here we go. The first ranked school playing at home. We've got number 6, Queensland Tech Hokies at home taking on Temecula State Tail Pigeons. Like I said, I have no idea if I'm pronouncing that correctly, as I said in previous weeks. For the Pigeons, Justin Fields, Jahmyr Gibbs, A.J. Brown, Kevin Ridley, Jalen Waddle, and Darren Waller. Waddle, I know, has been in the concussion protocol. I don't know what that means for him come game time. Miami hasn't been the best when it comes to concussion protocol, so they're probably going to play this one safe. I would, probably, maybe they'll sit him. I don't know. But, the track record with Tua from last year hasn't been the best. So see what happens with Waddle there. Let's see. For the Hokies, he's got Justin Herbert, James Cook, Jamar Chase, Stephon Diggs, CeeDee Lamb, TJ Hawkinson. Defensive-wise, he doesn't have Watt. Currently, Queensland Tech is favored by 12 points in this matchup. Let's see who we got next when it comes to our rankings. Nobody there. And here we are. We got ourselves another ranked school playing at home. We got the number 4 Missouri Manscapers at home, taking on Ocean State College Destroyers in this matchup here for Ocean State. You've got Josh Allen, Bijan Robinson, Stephon Diggs, Tyreek Hill, CeeDee Lamb, Dallas Goedert. Nobody, like I said, defensive-wise. He doesn't have Watt. For Missouri, Justin Herbert, Christian McCaffrey, Tony Pollard, Keenan Allen, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Mark Andrews. And he also does not have TJ Watt. So this matchup is a very close one here, as the Manscapers are only favored by 3 points. Next matchup here, we have the number 5 Samurai Jackson U going on the road facing Vegas University Ballers. For Samurai, he's got Kirk Cousins, Isaiah Pacheco, Ramondre Stevenson, which I felt like he got hurt in that game on Sunday night. So not too sure if he'll be playing or not. I might be confusing myself with who's there in that game, but I really thought Stevenson got hurt. A.J. Brown, Justin Jefferson, and Travis Kelce. He has T.J. Watt. For Vegas, they've got C.J. Stroud, Travis Etienne, Derrick Henry, Puka Nacua, who has been shattering records, I think, is what I've been hearing all day the last couple of days on my podcast that I listen to. As a wide receiver, just averaging, if he were to continue at this pace that he's doing, which I doubt he will, but just been balling out of control. Someone's got to be taking the Cooper Kupp receptions, and that is Puka. He's got Devontae Smith and then George Kittle. He does not have TJ Watt in his defensive side. Right now, Samurai Jackson is favored by 21 points. Next matchup, anybody else ranked? Let's see. Here we go. Number 7, Vestal Tech Community College at home at Mary Knox, taking on the visiting Volunteers. For the Volunteers, you've got Trevor Lawrence, Alexander Madison, Cam Akers just got traded to Minnesota, I think is the way that one went. So what does that mean for Madison? He has been a disappointment all season so far, so I could see why maybe Minnesota is like, hey, Madison apparently isn't the guy after they got rid of letting Dalvin Cook go. So bring in somebody else, see what that does. I doubt it makes too much of a difference this week because it's Wednesday and they just got in Akers. So I was still saying Madison will probably be the main running back, but probably not for long. A.J. Brown, CeeDee Lamb, Jalen Waddle. Once again, talked about him. Concussion protocol, playing or not, who knows. Dallas Goedert. No T.J. Watt in that lineup. For Vestal Tech, you got Jalen Hurts, Josh Jacobs, Kenneth Walker III, Mike Evans, and Chris Olave, and then also Evan Ingram. No T.J. Watt there. So Vestal Tech is favored by 15 points in this matchup. Next one, we've got the 2-0 number 2 SCLSU Mud Dogs. Won last week and still dropped out of the number 1 spot. They're going on the road to Suboxone Coliseum to face Allen Wrench Trade School, who is 0-2. For the Mud Dogs, Justin Herbert, Travis Etienne, Christian McCaffrey, Stephon Diggs, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and Travis Kelce. He also has TJ Watt. For Allen Wrench, Josh Allen, Tony Pollard, Romeo Doubs, either way, Romeo, Drake London, Devontae Smith, and David Njoku in their lineup. Right now, this is a very close matchup where the Mud Dogs are only favored by 2 points. Next one is the last matchup of the week and also the last ranked school of the week, or of the top 10. We have number 8, 2-0, Quack Attack, at home at Duck Commander Stadium, taking on Presbyterian Blue Hose, last year's undefeated school, going all the way until I believe it might have been I don't know, did they go all the way? I can't remember anymore if they went actually all the way until the final game of the season or not in the national championship and to win and lost. Can't remember if that's how theirs went, but I know they went substantially a long time without losing a game, starting off the season 1-1 for the Blue Hose. So let's talk about who they've got going. Presbyterian, he's got Joe Burrow still looking to get that breakout week. Bijan Robinson, Keenan Allen, Tyreek Hill, Justin Jefferson, Jawan Johnson. For Quack Attack, you got Kirk Cousins, Derrick Henry, Raheem Mostert, T. Higgins, Michael Thomas, T.J. Hawkinson. Right now, the Blue Hose are favored to upset Quack Attack by 8 points, 9 points. So there is your matchups for Week 3. Like I said, this is the first week of conference play, so please make sure you are getting yourselves ready for that. You don't want to lose the very first one. You never know. That could be one that hurts you or haunts you later on in the weeks when we start getting more and more conference play. And it matters because that's how you get into your conference title game for obvious reasons. So that is it. That's our matchups for this week. That's our top 10. What we got going on? We got recruiting going on, right? So make sure you guys are getting your recruits in. Like I said before, I am not going to babysit like I did for the preseason one because the preseason was 1,000 points. The very first one is very important to set the table and set the stage for the walk-ons that happened that next week, where there were still plenty of really good players still available. So around could be the same way. You maybe want to going after somebody else that you see another school went recruiting after. You want to continue recruiting the same player because you want to keep going after them. While other schools are also battling as well. So please make sure you get your recruiting sent in. Like I said, I'm not going to hound people. I'm not going to be sending DMs. I'm not going to be constantly, harassing. I'll do my normal reminders. I'm going to still do all that. But I just want to, I'm not going to do what I did previously where it was hound. That's it. I did it already. I've sent enough messages on Slack about it. I've got it on the calendar of the league page. I've got it in our league update, pinned messages. I did an article on it in the league articles that automatically send you an email to remind you about it. The rest is up to you guys, right? If you want to be successful in the league for years to come, you got to recruit. I don't want anybody to be one and done. And recruiting is important, especially for if someone were to take over a team next year. That roster has to have people on it as well. That makes it worthwhile. So make sure you recruit. Pretty simple, right? So with that being said, we're going to get ourselves out of here. Let's get back our music to get us out. Put that back there. And I will see everybody next week where we find out who is number 1, who's in the top 10, what's it going to look like after recruiting for the walk-ons next week. So hope everyone has themselves a good day, good week. Good luck to everybody this week. We will catch you all later. Let them in.